Good evening, everyone. I hope you're okay. Yes, this is a Stamperia, although it looks a bit strange because we've got a screen in between Leonie and I, but it is the Stamperia One Day Special that we're launching for you right here, right now on Hochanda. I'm going to take you through the details. We've got the lovely Leonie with us, of course, to guide us through the shows.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm marvellous,
You're
thank you very much.
excited, aren't you?
I'm very excited. I love well, everyone knows I love Stamperia.
Yes.
Antonis is an amazing designer, and we've got a couple of his collections here today. Yeah, it's all just cool.
Yeah,
it's
it
cool.
really is. And you've done some amazing samples as well to show everyone. But I will be handing over to Leonie. Just to give you some information, though, if you've never seen us before, if you've never seen a one-day special, we have details at the side of the screen. The top of the screen, that's the item number. So if you want to give us a call or head to the website, hochanda.com, that's what you need to make your purchase. We've got the description of what you're getting right there. So you've got your 12 by 12 papers, your 8 by 8 papers, and then we've got some incredible stamps for you as well. The price, you've got a discount, £30.47. It is an amazing deal. But we're already really busy. So if you do want to get hold of it, you do need to pop it into your basket and check on out. We're dispatching everything on the 4th of March. So those are the details. That's how you buy from us. If you want to ask Leonie any questions, you can, of course, email in. It's studio@hochanda.com, and you're more than welcome to do that. Head to the website, have a look there. That's where you can see all the items that we've got coming for you. The Vagabond collection is back. We've got rice papers, we've got moulds, we've got paper collections for you. Oh, you're going to absolutely love this show. But when you watch the demonstrations, remember to check out your basket so you can relax then and just kick back and watch everything that Leonie is doing for you. Check out those rice papers. I think they're going to sell out first. Oh, we've also got some great stencils for you as well. And we also have some washable stone paper. I know if you've never heard of that before, our Leonie will take you through all of that. We've got some soft clay for you as well. And we've got some cream paste. And we're always busy for the gel as well, so get in there quick if you do want to get hold of those. So I'm going to hand over to the lovely Leonie to continue with the rest of the show, and I'll see you a little later on.
Thank you, our lovely Janice. Okay, it is really busy. Not surprising, these are seriously cool collections. And can I just say, Vicky sent these finished samples in. Vicky, thank you so much indeed. They are absolutely beautiful. If I pick this up, just look at that book cover. I mean, is that not just gorgeous? Vicky's work is beautiful. Please, I'll share. I can't say her surname. I'm so sorry, Vicky, but I don't want to make it sound awful. So I will share Vicky's surname if you don't already follow Vicky. That is absolutely beautiful. Do you know what? Stamperia, their team, they're just phenomenal. I've been sat there this afternoon getting ready for the show, just watching video after video of their team just crafting. Honestly, they're so inspirational. Okay, it's really busy, and the Vagabond again. I mean, when we had the Vagabond last month, maybe, it was so busy. It's busy again. But I'll take you through this beautiful Under the Sea collection. Now, what I love, Antonis, obviously, he really likes all his mechanical and mixed media and all that sort of grungy look. This absolutely nails it, and it's beautiful as well. So you've got, first of all, you've got that beautiful lady, and I love all the machinery, all the cogs, but it's all mixed in. So you've got the wonderful sort of industrial look along with the under the sea sort of theme with this. Absolutely stunning. As ever with Stamperia, the 12 by 12 papers, you are getting one of each. So if you're looking at this and thinking, oh no, I need more, then please, I would definitely suggest you get a couple. I mean, look at that paper. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I love that. I've already chopped him up to get ready for a demonstration. That's one at demos that I'm going to do. 10% of the stock is already gone. I mean, I absolutely love this one. I love it. I love the kind of that really worn rust look with this. I love all the detail, the mechanical detail, but then those kind of steampunk creatures as well, which look absolutely fantastic. There's a lot of snippability in this, so there's loads of elements that you can cut out and, you know, do loads of mixed media projects with. Beautiful for card making, of course. I mean, that's the thing with your 12 by 12s. It is where to start, but you've got that many elements to actually start cutting out. Isn't that paper amazing? There's so much detail in them. The really, when with Stamperia, when I was listening to one of designers today, and they were saying you literally just want to take it out of the pad and put it in a canvas, and that's it, just frame it, because the papers are that stunning. The quality is amazing. I think nowadays people know Stamperia, people know the quality, and honestly, this is absolutely up there. So you're getting your 12 by 12 papers. You're then getting your 8 by 8. Now the 8 by 8, it's the same design, but obviously a smaller palette. I love that you get your 8 by 8. It helps you cut up the 12 by 12, if you know what I mean. Otherwise, we start getting a bit precious. Oh, I do. I get a bit precious and I don't want to cut anything up. You have to cut it up. Whoops. You have to use it. Please don't just collect these. I say this knowing we all do it, but don't collect it. Use these, because the projects you can make with these are absolutely stunning. And it's interesting how much you can get out of a paper, you know, and how much you can get out of one pad, because you really are careful with what you chop up. These are brilliant if you're making your books. You know, if you've got all your beautiful art journals with all your tags in your pockets, they're absolutely incredible. And I love that it gives you ideas and inspiration on colour palettes. So we've got paints on the show actually that really mix perfectly with this colour palette, so please have a look. I really like the Stamperia paints actually, the gorgeous quality. So you've got your 8 by 8 papers, absolutely stunning, your 12 by 12 papers. You've then got your stamps. Now the stamps that Stamperia bring us, so first of all you've got that lady. Now that is a big image, way bigger than my hand, way bigger. It's the lady that you see within the collection. Now the stamps, they're foam backed. The reason they've done this is so you can actually bend them. So it means you can go around corners. It means if you just want to put part of the stamp down, you can easily do that. So they have been designed with that wonderful flexibility. You've got the script on there. I should have stamped these out for you, shouldn't I? You've then got the sea there. You've got lovely little shells. You've got your little starfish there, another little shell. And then I love this because that's all your gorgeous cogs on there as well. The stamps are lovely. They're really nice quality. And obviously there's loads you can do with this. In fact, if I show you that, that's the stamps. So that's the actual stamp that you're getting in your one day special. And that's the other set of stamps. I've used the stamps in the background. I've used the stencil that we've got on the show as well. But isn't she just fabulous? Absolutely beautiful stamp, and you can see that is a big stamp. You know, that is such a glorious image. Now this is absolutely flying out the door. The colours of the paints, so all the paints I've used, apart from a spritzer, but all the paints are the paints that we've got on the show as well, which I love. Absolutely love these colours. I'm going to do that one. That'll be my first demonstration, or half of it. I won't do a full page, half of it. Okay, now if you do want to get hold of this, it's your one day special. It's flying. Almost 20% of the stock has gone. Only £30.47 for all those elements. You are saving £5. 447 858 is your item number. Remember, if you're shopping from us here at Hochanda, if you spend over £60, which is kind of easy to do because there's a lot of lovely stuff, then you can open up a flexi basket. If you're part of Hochanda Freedom, we don't charge you any money for your postage, which is really, really handy. Now, the stamps, sorry, I was off wandering still, weren't I? Now, these are really cool. I use these as well on that journal page. So what you've got, that wonderful mechanical seahorse, who is absolutely fabulous. So that's your fantastic seahorse. Only $16.99 for these. You've then got your two, and these are really handy. Your beautiful foliage. Again, they've been designed. Look how flexible they are. So if you're going around boxes and stuff, absolutely easy to work with. Really, really cool. You've then got your lovely little plaque there, seize the day. You've got your bubbles, they're really handy. And then more of your wonderful sea grasses. Now, I like that set of stamps. Only £16.99 for those. And I love how flexible they are. 143825 is your item number. Okay, something we all absolutely adore, rice paper. Stamperia were the first company are one of the very first companies to print on the mulberry type paper. The reason the fact that they can do this, there's no movement of the ink. The colour, the image, the intensity remains. So even when you're slapping loads of glue on it, you still keep that pattern. Isn't that gorgeous? Over half of the stock has gone here. I love these rice papers. I mean, look at that. I'd absolutely be multi-buying. You're getting 2A3, you're getting 2A4. When you're checking out your basket, if you want more rice papers, it'll say to you, oh, do you want some more? You can actually get single rice papers. So when you're checking out, you have got that option as well. But yeah, these are just too cool. I mean, that's got all your cogs. And then the other one is that wonderful mechanical seahorse again. Absolutely love these. I started a box. I haven't finished it yet because I were prepping demonstrations. But I have to be really careful when I'm prepping demonstrations because I can't use everything. But that was just literally rice paper on the box. I mean, look at that. Doesn't it look good? And that's the paint that's on the show. Now, 2/3 of the stock has gone with your rice paper. Maybe I won't be demoing that after all. If you do want to get a hold of that, 104832. No, it isn't. 104382. But you do need to be quick with that. That is absolutely going to sell out. OK, now we have got more rice paper for you. So in this one, you're still getting, you get some A3. This is the one I've started using on my big case, because I really like that. I love the that sort of grain that it's got. And if I swing that round, you'll be able to read the sentiments as well. See, isn't that cool? We're dreaming colours borrowed from the sea. Beautiful. So you've got your gorgeous sort of your wood effect. That is such a good paper. You need that in your life. You've then got your A4s. So with this one, you're getting 2 of your A3, your biggies, your A3s, but then you're actually getting 3 of your A4s. So you're getting that one in here as well. I mean, they're just gorgeous. They're gorgeous. If you want that one, $13.95. 1/3 of the stock has gone. Again, really busy. 586669. OK, next. Oh, do you know what? I forgot to get my things out from my moulds, but it's OK. I'll show you everything later. Your stencils. Now, this is the stencil I used on nearly everything I've done, actually. That's the stencil I used on that book that I showed you right at the first. I really like that stencil. And this one's good. It kind of looks like splatters. It kind of looks like rust, but it almost looks like countries and continents. I really like that one. Lots of big open spaces as well. Now, for those 2 stencils, it's just £11.98. 907918 is your item number. Now, next, the moulds. I've gone and left. I've done loads of moulds, but I've gone and left them in my box down there. In fact, while you're looking at that, bear with, because I'm going to show you this, because I'm well chuffed for this. This is another one that's it's going to be a demo. Do you know what? I've done this thing again, where I promised myself I won't do it. I've really prepped demos. And it means everything will sell out, so I won't get to do them. This I've prepped ready to paint. But look at the moulds. Aren't they fabulous? And it's just taking parts of the moulds as well. I've used a little bit of all sorts in there. But I really love them. I just think they're so cool. Now, these are really nice moulds as well. These are super flexible, so they're perfect. I've used resin in those. I've used the air dry clay that we've got on the show. I've used the harder air dry clay. That's more like a porcelain air dry as well. And the detail you get out of them is absolutely incredible. Now, this one is part of Sir Vagabond, of course, because there he is. Sir Vagabond has been such an incredible collection. That mould, £12.99. That is new today. We didn't have that on when we had the Vagabond collection, so that is brand new today. The other one, same. We didn't have this one on with the Vagabond collection, and this is the gears. That mould is amazing. Now, I have done that as well. I'll show you all my mouldy bits when I get down to the counter. But that is so cool. And again, it's big, is that. And you've got all the wonderful little cogs and things in there. Really cool. Only £12.99. It's a very cool mould, is that. 015451 and then Sir Vagabond. Already, 1/3 of the stock has gone with this bundle. Everybody loves a Vagabond. Honestly, it was, when this launched, it's one of those collections, you know, when you go, I want everything. I want everything. I want it in multiples. The mould is such a good mould. You get Sir Vagabond himself. You get his wonderful flying machine, which is just a huge, huge mould when you look at this one. This way for adventure, absolutely unique. And then look at the flying machine. It's amazing. Ain't it cool? Ain't it cool? And then there he is, Sir Vagabond. You're also getting in this one the wonderful die cuts. So they are nice and thick, so they'll give dimension on. And of course, all die cuts are ready to go, and they are beautiful. So that's your wonderful chipboard with Sir Vagabond himself. I rate that collection is so up my street. We haven't got Lady, we've just got Sir Vagabond. And then the paper pad. Look at this paper pad. It's just fab. Oh, I love these papers. It's so busy. Isn't that just cool? And Sir Vagabond, I do believe, if I remember correctly, he was travelling from America and Lady Vagabond was travelling from London. How cool. Look at that paper. Oh, I love that. I mean, that paper is one that you just want to make into a journal, don't you? But I think you need a couple of them to translate into journals. Love, love, love it. Love, love, love it. OK, if you do want this collection, this is so busy. And do you know what? Our Cool Cats Crafts ladies, they made a couple of, last time this was on, they made a couple of lovely finished samples for us. So, I know, aren't they lovely? It was using some elements that we haven't got, if I've truth be known, but it's also using Sir Vagabond, so I'm showing you anyway. But look at that. Beautiful, aren't they? And that one, that's from our lovely ladies. And that one, now this has been sent in, that's by Vicky again, I presume. But if you love these pieces as well, they're the chipboard pieces, we have got those on the show, so do get a hold of them. But that is amazing, because she's literally cut these out and decoupaged them to give it that wonderful dimension. Beautiful. Okay, folks, please check your baskets out. It has been so busy. If you do want anything, you need to check your baskets out. We've got news of a first sellout. So, the rice papers. So, it's the one where you're getting the 2A3 and the 2A4. That's the first one that has gone and sold out already. Oh my gosh, it is very, very busy. If there's anything you want, you do need to check your basket out. Those beautiful Allegro paints. I love these. These are so busy. So if you do want your Allegro paints, really nice colours. They're really rich and creamy, are these. So if you do want your Allegro paints, please check your baskets out with those. Absolutely gorgeous. And I've been using those a lot. So do not miss out on those. We have got queues on the phones. If there's anything you want, please, you can get hold on the website, hochanda.com, and that's where you'll see everything else that we've got. Oh, there's a couple of them paints I haven't got. I haven't got that green. I know. Oh, have we got that one, Jack? Because I haven't got that. And I haven't got the yellow. Oh, have we got those, Jack? Because I haven't. Oh, OK. So busy. Right, OK, look at this box. This is my box of all my beautiful moulded embellishments. I mean, have a look at that. That's a flying machine. Isn't that cool? These are all ready to go. That's that wonderful mould with the cogs. That's in resin. I mean, you could make jewellery pieces out of these. We haven't shown you this one yet, but we have got Mr. Owl on the show as well. We had him before, and I think he sold out straight away. I mean, isn't that just ridiculous? I just love him. You get the die cuts with the owl as well. And I do believe those die cuts are the clear die cuts, which are amazing. But yeah, and this is, look, I've got all my gorgeous cogs and all of these. Beautiful. And these. It's all absolutely gorgeous. So if there is anything you want, see, all of these are really cool as well. Look, the light bulb. Isn't that good in resin? Love, love, love it. If you do want anything, please check your baskets out. These moulds are lovely. I have put them here, ready to be painted and go, but you know me, who knows what will happen. I thought what I'd start with, though, is using the stamps from the One Day Special, because I thought, well, we want to see that stamp, don't we? Because it's such an incredible stamp. So I've got a little bit of Bockingford from Pink Ink. And what I'm going to do is literally just ink her up. So I'm going to keep her flat down first of all, and just put my card on top of her. I could put her onto the paper, but I find this the easiest way. I'm inking up with my VersaFine. I've gone and put my pencils somewhere, and I'm really annoyed with myself, because I don't know where I put my pencils. Those paints are absolutely fine. I'm not surprised. Thing is, we see all the Stamperia gang using them now, and the colours are gorgeous. They're really super creamy and beautiful. They're a lovely acrylic to work with. So yeah, highly recommend those. Okay, let's have a little look-see. So just pressing the details down, and there she is. Isn't that stunning? Such a gorgeous image. The detail is absolutely sensational. That is a stamp in your one day special, just one of the stamps in that one day special. Gorgeous, gorgeous image. So that's my first stamped image, but what I'm going to do is just nick my book back, because let's start working on another page. It's funny because I'm going to work on another page. I'm going to do it similar, but when you're doing your when you demonstrate in a book like this, you kind of don't want to do a page that's similar, because you don't want similar pages. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to mix up the colours a little bit, I do think, and I will only do one page. I'm not going to do a double page spread just for time, so I will do one page. And I might actually, shall I start from the back? No, I'm going to just do that one page. So first of all, so I've got the paints here now, because there's a couple of these that I hadn't got. Now, there's already a third of the stock gone on these paints. If you want these paints, you need to be quick with these. Yeah, they're really, really lovely. So I'm going to start with this one, which is Averio, so ivory, essentially. Now, I'm putting ivory down. I know I've got an ivory base. I'm putting ivory down because this will allow me to start working the paint on the actual page when I start layering it. So, getting that down, first of all. And it's a nice, thick, rich, creamy paint. So if you do want to add water to it, you absolutely can. That'll allow it to move even better for you. So, and I know you can't really see anything because it's cream on cream. And it's kind of like, well, why are you putting cream on cream? But honestly, it works, it makes sense. And it just allows you movement. It's funny only doing one side, because I kind of want to go on to the other side, but I'm not doing, because I know that this will work better. Okay, so that's my first paint. I'm then going to go, so when I did the other one, I did the grey, but I want to mix it up a bit by doing grey. I am actually, no, I'll put the green instead, because I haven't used this one yet. So this is your Verde. Yeah, I like that. So it is quite dark, so I'm not going to do too much of this. And what I want with this now, I want that green, look how dark that is. I want that green to start merging with my cream. So if you want it to merge even better, you bring more of your cream in, or you bring the water in. Now, I know I'm putting it on with my finger. The reason being, you start getting a really nice mix with it. You get, can you see I'm blending the colours, but also I love the movement of the paint when you stick it on with your finger. It looks really, really beautiful. The paint is so busy. If you do want it, half of the stock has gone. That's not very good, is it? I'm not going to have any paint to use. Half of the stock has gone. I know I'm going on to my other page, but that really doesn't matter. But they are just super beautiful paints. I'm so pleased we've got we're starting to get the whole range of paints, you know, because I really wanted them. So it's very nice. There we go. So can you see now, just smoothing those colours together, which looks absolutely gorgeous. Why I probably putting on I should have put my pinny on. I'm so bad, aren't I? Don't put the pinny on. Forget to roll my sleeves up. Okay, putting more cream there. And I've added a bit of water, so I've got water here. The water will help me blend it even more, and it'll help the paint go further. So if you don't need it as thick, or if you want it, look at that. If you want it to move even better, then just add a bit of water and start getting that movement. There is something very nice about working with your finger as well, because it's just that tactile nature of it. You know, you can really feel the paint and feel the movement and be in control of that movement as well. So you're not, nothing's even, you know. I love the way when you're doing this, look at the sort of how it nothing's sort of solid. Do you know what I mean? I love that. Love that. Okay, happy with that. And then let's bring a bit more here. Now, I do actually want it, I am adding quite a lot of paint, and I want it to be quite thick. I do want quite a rich coating of the paint, because I'm going to be stamping into the paint, and that'll allow me to make marks within it. So that's why I want quite a decent layer of paint on there. Let's just get my water again, just to help it move a little bit more down here and bring it over. I know it takes a bit of time, but we're building a page. At home you'll have even more time to mess. I mean, it took me ages to build that page, but I had a lovely time. There we go. I love that green. That green is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There's some really good colours in those paints, because you've got things that you can do patinas with. You've got obviously your sort of under the sea colours, definitely, but you've also got really good rusty colours as well. So it all works together so well. It's like it's been thought of, isn't it? Thought about when it's been put together. There, love that. And then this centre element now, let's just water that down a bit and just start to bring those paints in. So watered it down so I can just get them to move a little bit more. So my centre isn't quite as dark, but I've still got a bit of movement in there. There we go. Yeah, I like working with me. That really suits me, doesn't it? To work really messy. You don't have to work with your finger. Of course, you can work with your sponge, with your brush, whatever suits you. I just like that. I think it looks nice. Okay, tiny bit more at the end, because I'm not having any... Oh, my paints, they're not going to last. 60% of the stock has gone now with your paints. They are not going to last. If you want them, you know what to do. Okay, yeah, I love that. I'm tempted to put a bit of yellow in as well, just because I want to. I love, oh, just makes you happy, doesn't it? Shall I do a little bit of yellow or a little bit of blue? Oh, shall I? See, this is right. That were Katie in my head. Yeah, do yellow. Oh, but the blue's nice too. Oh. They're really good colours. It's really nice, everybody at home, because Katie loves all the crafty stuff as well. Well, I think a lot of us do now, don't we, here at Hochanda? So cool. And once you get into it, it's just so addictive. There we go. So bringing a bit of that blue in. You kind of do, when you've got new paints, because I haven't had the green and the yellow, when you've got new paints, you absolutely want to use them all on your page. Because it's like, oh, I want to use all of those. There we go. I love those colours. That blue is just beautiful. I'm just going to have a bit of blue streaking through. I might have to use a teeny bit yellow just to see what it looks like. And this is, it'll mix and match wonderfully. I'll only use a bit. Come on, the yellow. There we go. I'm trying to be careful not to put my sleeve in it. Oh, that yellow. Yeah, they're so nice. Paint's great in it. Never get bored of paint. Love that. Right, okay, that's enough, Leonie. Literally all you've done so far is just dollop loads of paint on a page. Love that. Absolutely love that. Such good movement. Okay, so I got the paint. Before the paint dries, get your stamps. Now, these are the other stamps that we've got. So these are the second set of stamps that we've got on the show. And what I want to do, while my paint's still wet, I want to take my stamp and literally stamp into it. Can you see that? And this just gives you such a beautiful impression. Because the paint's thick, because the paint's wet, and this is why I wanted it thick, it means that I can literally stamp into the wet paint and it kind of lifts the paint, so I get that beautiful impression. Whilst I'm doing it, because I've gone dark, then into light, so not only am I lifting paint out, but I'm also putting paint into the page. And honestly, it just gives you such a beautiful, beautiful finish. And it's a cracking stamp, is this one, because it's got enough detail in it to do this and make it look good, but not too much detail that I'm worried about ruining my stamp. Of course, you do need to give it a bit of scrubbing afterwards, just to make sure you don't, you know, cover it all up. But doesn't that look good? Absolutely beautiful. Allegra paint on the jelly plate, yes. I haven't tried it yet, but yes, you will be able to. Might try that before the end of the show. Not this show, but the end of the One Day Special. Because, yeah, you'll definitely be able to use it on your gel plate. Without a shadow of a doubt, it'll be beautiful on your gel plate. See, look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? It's such a nice background. Then that, I love now that all these colours, they all blend in beautifully together as well. It's a difficult one to stop doing, is this. And I've only used one of the stamps, you know, but I love that. So make sure you put your paint on thick enough. Oh, which journal am I using? So, who's asked that? Hi, Tina. So Tina's asked that. It's the one from Ranger. Whose journal is it? It is. Hold on a minute. Oh no, I'm having a blank. It'll come back to me, and as soon as it comes back to me, I'll let you know. I do know. Dina Wakely. Yeah, it's. I knew it were there in my head. It's the Dina Wakely one. I really like this one. Now the stamp. So I've spritzed it with water. I'm just scrubbing it. You know what I'm like. I'm not a fan of my doodahs, so I'm going in with just my tea towel. And the lovely thing is, because my tea towel is quite solid, I can really scrub the stamp. And you want to do that because I've just used acrylic paint. So what you don't want to do is let your acrylic paint dry on your stamp and ruin, you know, because what it'll do, like I'm not one for really cleaning stamps, but something like that, because you'd lose detail, you know, the plastic would just dry in there. So that's why you want to give it a scrub. Okay, let's pop that one aside. Now, I'm going to give it a bit of a blast dry. Do you want to give a reminder of anything while I blast this dry? Because this is a boring bit and I need to plug my thing in. Right, if you do want anything, you do need to check your baskets out because it is ridiculously busy. I'll find a plug hole and I'll hand over to Miss Janice.
Oh, thanks, Leonie. Great demonstration so far. Oh, my goodness. Right, we need to catch a breath. I knew the rice papers would go so quickly. Right, your one-day special, 20% of the stock has gone already, and we are 32 minutes into the first live hour. What an absolutely marvellous collection of papers. You've got your 12 by 12, ideal for your scrapbooking, ideal for cutting out, cutting up, chopping up, making cards from it, using with your die cuts as well. Beautiful colours in here. You've got that really nice rust effect, haven't you? Nice watercolours as well. So those are your 12 by 12s from Stamperia. You've got your 8 by 8 papers, same design, just just smaller pieces of paper. And you've got those wonderful designs on each side. So you've just got to choose which one to use. I love that one with the jellyfish and that one there with the 4 tiles. Now, you also get your stamp set, which is absolutely remarkable. The stamp set itself, size-wise, I think it's about 15 centimetres, 15 by 20. When you see that, and you've got that lovely foam mount on there as well, 15 by 20, but it's not just that stamp. You've also got your script as well. You've got your design there, which says, I think, star or C. You've got your shell. You've got your star, and you've got another like little sea urchin there. I can show you that, like little crustacean. Never thought I'd say that word live on TV. And then you've got your mixed media style stamps. So it's a wonderful deal. £30.47, saving £5, 447858. Right, I love seahorses. Love seahorses. And we've got a fabulous set here of stamps. You can see the images there that they look like when they're stamped out, but let me show you, because that doesn't do the stamps justice. It doesn't show you the size. So let me just bring this in to show you. Look at that. What a great size stamp. That is going to be a really nice focal point. And I think if you stamp this with some embossing powder, oh my word, won't that be fabulous? And if you went for any of the embossing powder that we had on with indigo blue, they had some ultra fine, which will pick out all the detail, which is brilliant. So you've got your under the sea coral leaves under there as well. What does that one say? Seize the day. Very good, very good. And then you've got more of the flora from underneath the water, and you've got your little bubbles as well. Love that. I tell you something, you'll find that one probably the most useful as your worker stamps. You really will. 143825 is your item number, £16.99. Fantastic, it really is. And just to let you know, you do have a little bit of the rubber left. You could perhaps make some stencils out of those if you want to. Right, rice papers. Half the stock has gone already. You get 3 A4s and you get 2 A3s. I love rice paper. It's pretty new to me, but I absolutely love using rice papers. Beautiful, again, designs on here. You could take that and you can use it that way. Just add a bit of water and start to just tear these up and mix them up as well. You don't have to just use the one rice sheet on a project. You could be mixing and matching all of these wonderful colours, especially for rice paper as well. When you see the colour of that, absolutely astonishing. If you do want to get hold of the rice paper, very busy. It's only £13.95. 2 of the A4 and 2 of the A3. Let me just show you this project that Leonie's been working on, and this is how effective your rice papers can be, and this is on a box. Isn't that fabulous? You'd think that was printed on. So you can upscale or upcycle furniture with it as well, which is something I've been doing with rice paper, which I love. Right, 586669. Moving on, some more to show you. We've got some stencils for you. Really like these. So you've got that world map, but it doesn't have to be a world map. It could be just like a cowhide or a splodgy pattern. It could be. And then you've got the other stencil with your words on and numbers as well. Does anyone remember Lost? The programme Lost, when they had those numbers and they had to crack the code. Well, look at that, 32, 15, 62, 14, 24. I wonder what that code is for. Who knows? Could be a longitude or latitude. But there you go. So there's your 2 stencils, £11.98, 907918 is your item number. Right, moulds. Or is it just the way I'm walking? Right, now, these are fabulous, these are. A5 mould. Sir Vagabond Vintage Tour. I say, old chap, I mean, a right lovely tour going around the world in various different ways. You've got the wings there. They're pretty fantastic, aren't they? And then you've got Discover, you've got Vintage Tour, and you've got Dream Big. Now, can I just turn this around? I wonder if you could see it better that way. Yeah, of course you can, because it's the right way. And I wonder for a moment, if I put that behind it, you might be able to make more sense. Kind of, sort of, ish. But you can see the design there a lot better. So I'll turn the other one round as well, because the other one is amazing. Now these are like a silicone. So they're very bendable for getting out your air drying clay. Can you use these with resin, Leonie?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you can use them. I'm going to ask a question. Do we know if they're food safe?
I doubt it.
Yeah, don't think they are. So don't use them for baking or anything like that. But your air drying clay or your clay that you bake in the oven, you can. Right, we've got a gears mould for you right here. 1/3 of the stock has gone of your gears. And if you want to get hold of that, there's your details. £12.99, 015451 is your item number. Really like those, just give them a wiggle to show you they are made of silicone. Right, next up, now this one has been very busy of this collection. Half the stock gone, oh my word. Sir Vagabond again. You've got your moulds. This time these are more of a, well, they're not as soft as the silicone, more of a plastic. So again, great with your air drying clay. Again, I'm going to ask Leonie, resin is okay for this mould? Yes, I'm getting the thumbs up from Leonie. And you've got your paper pad as well. Great for using on your journals, great for using in your art projects. What a fantastic collection. Look at that price. £17.49. You also get your chipboard as well, which is brilliant. So you can just simply pop that out and use that on your artwork. 997376 is your item number for that one. Right. Oh, we've got one more for you. Right. Have we not seen this one yet? Ooh, fingers on the buttons, fingers on the buttons. You've got the 8x8 pad, and you've also got the chipboard, and you've got your die cuts as well. I love these die cuts. I love anything that's in miniature. Look at that. Looks like a miniature page, a miniature stamp. These are really good. These are really good quality as well, if you can see that. Beautifully cut out. So you've got those lovely edges to them as well. You've got some great design. Look at those. Aren't they fantastic? Really like the colours in these as well. You've got that vintage style colour. Look at that heart, the mechanical heart. Wow. These are fantastic. And the price, £14.47. My word. What a fabulous deal. That really is remarkable. What's he got in his eyes? Can you have a look in there? That's, if I'm right, if you have a look in the image, I don't know if you can get close on that. Yeah, it could be the reflection. Is it like a map? What's it, where's he bit? Oh, look at that. That's what he's looking at.
Yeah, when you look through the pad, you can see the sort of city. I don't know if that's in the Lady Vagabond or if it's in that pad, but in one of the pads you can kind of see what he's seeing.
That's amazing.
Or it might have been one of Rice Papers.
Yeah, that's like the steam era. That is remarkable. Remarkable. 553190 is your item number. Don't forget you get your pads as well. Now, I'll be seeing you. Half the stock has gone of the owl. Yes, let's take a look at this. That's your owl mould, and you've got your assorted die cuts as well. Equally beautiful and fantastic quality as well. What a brilliant show. £12.98. The prices on this show are amazing. Treat yourself. We're 80% gone of the paints. And do you know what? Leonie's quite right. You know when you get new paints, you just want to use all of them. Every single one of them, all at the same time. You've got some great colours there. Aren't they brilliant? With the black and the blue and the yellow. Excellent vintage colours. Really like that set. £16.94. You've got your India, turquoise, ivory, red brick, grey, petroleum and green and corn. What a great set. What a great price. 688227 is your item number if you want to go for those, and who wouldn't? Very, very busy. Right, I'm going to head back to Leonie. And what are you doing, Leonie?
Well, I've been colouring my lady in. I'm trying to do it relatively quickly because I know I haven't got tons and tons of time. So just colouring her in a little bit, using pens first of all. The one I did in the book, I actually coloured in with my my ink pads. So there's loads of ways you can colour it in. I kind of want to mess about with more colour on her face, but just because of time, I'm not going to faff too much. So whilst she's drying a little bit, what I'll do, I'll just move those out my way. And what I'll do is bring in my pad again, but this time, look, it's so beautiful. But this time I'll take one of my stencils. So I'm going to pull out the C stencil, and this is just such a good stencil. I mean, there's so much you can do with this. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to use cream paste. The cream paste sells out time and time and time again. We have got it on the show. It's one of those staples. You can obviously use it for so many things, including, as I am, including a texture paste, but it is super flexible. So it's absolutely gorgeous in your other moulds as well. So all I'm going to do with this one is put it on, and I didn't want to do that, but it's okay, I've got a backward too. So all I'm going to do is add a little bit of texture. That's really not where I wanted it, but it doesn't matter. Don't be fussy, kid, come on. Okay, so hold it like that and pop a little, oh, didn't want to do that either, but it'll be fine. So just be careful when you're doing it. Don't do what I've just done and allow it to move. That means I'll have a bit of a splodge there when I lift it, but not too much. There's a bit of a splodge, but I can live with that. It's not I'm not going to throw away the page just because of one splodge. Just be careful, because I went under, I know some of my cream paste will be on the other side of it. And then I'm going to take it, I'm going to spin it, because I really like those little chevrons and I like the numbers. So going at the bottom now and popping the little numbers as well. Yeah, it's a really good stencil is this one. I like this one a lot. You do get favourites in stencils. There we go. And I know it's not going to be perfect, but it's a stencil. It doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, boom. So, I've got my two little stencil areas. I normally work, we normally work in threes, don't we? So I'm going to pop a little, just a tiny bit at the top, because I don't want too much more, because I'm only working on a small page. So just a little bit at the top there, and then I've got my three, you see, and it makes sense. Just move that for 1 second. As I always do with your stencils, you know what I'm like? I like to use something to clean it off, so I like to use a little bit of card or something, and then you're not wasting anything. I mean, to be fair, there isn't much on there that I'm wasting, but if I just do that, and then what I'll do is just move it like so. So that's cleaning the stencil. I know I do this every time, and then I apologise for it every time as well. But so taking my brush, and I'm just scrubbing, and this cleans your stencil. It gets rid of all that little bits, all the little bits. But obviously, I'm not going to also get a print. And because I'm using a nice stencil brush, that will give me the ability to really scrub it. So that's another print that you would have otherwise lost in your tub of water. So pop that to one side. Happy with that. Pop that in my water. Bring this. I'll give it a very quick blast. I promise I won't be long. With this, obviously, this will only really put a skin on it, you know. It won't, sorry, I'm trying to blast and put my lid on. It won't really dry it underneath. You need to leave it a little bit of time for that, but it's okay. We only need a skin on it for the next little bit. I've gone and put my lovely pinny on. It were a gift with this one, but because it's a really lovely pinny, I don't put anything on it, and I don't put my dirty hands on it. I'm going to have a dirty pinny, aren't I? I have got a really good let Leonie loose one, but I'm not being let loose, even though I kind of am. Okay, so what I'm doing as you're drying it, because you're forcing it to dry, a lot of these things normally I would let dry naturally. I am more of a fan of letting everything dry on its own, having a few projects on the go at a time, and then coming back to them. But if you're forcing it to dry, you do get a really nice texture on it. So it will bubble up, which I like anyway. Okay, happy with that. Now, the only thing I'm using that isn't Stamperia is my my gorgeous Lindy's. Now, we did have Lindy's on the other day. We didn't have these actual ones, but we did have Lindy's, so please have a look. And I think I said with them that they keep reactive. They don't. I were wrong there. And I would think I really irritated myself. You know, when you've said something and think, oh, I don't think I'm right there. They'll be reactive for a limited amount of time, but then it is a dye ink, so they are going to dry on this one. Giving it a bit of a shake. I'm not too bothered if it isn't really shiny, because I'm not really after super shiny, but it is a really nice, this one particularly, this set actually, these are they've got a really nice vintage hue. Because I'm using a spritz, so I'm going on this side of the page, so I know it's going to go off. Rather than waste the ink, that bit, so this is my clean it page. So that, if I put that there, then when I spritz, it's going on there, not wasting it, which means I'm going to get a really nice spritz on there as well. So what I'll do, and it's kind of extra faffing, but it's worth it. So I'm just doing that, I'm doing that, and then the one at the bottom as well. So I'm only going over where I've done my stenciling. I know I'm going on this page, but that page will be another day. So think about that another day, like that. And it just, I mean, it does work with this beautifully. I know Stamperia have got their own spritzers. We haven't had them yet here at Hochanda, so hopefully, and we'll get them one day. Look at that, that's your clean it up page. Boom, you've already got a page. Add water to that and it'll give you a really cool kind of Look at that, I love that. And it'll all start to blend and be beautiful. Okay, so pop that to one side, get hold of this. So what I'm gonna do next is just spritz it with water. Right, hopefully I haven't spritzed it too much with water, because I don't want to pull it all off again. I've gone a bit, oh no, that's okay. So, and all I've done there is just lifted it a little bit. So can you see here, you've got a really nice mottled effect. So it's not clean, you know, and it blends into that background, which looks absolutely gorgeous. Can you see? I love that, I love it. It's just how everything works together. And these moulds, I mean, that is just lovely, and it's given it such a good coverage. Right, let's bring my lady back on, because she's going to be coming in here, like so. So she's obviously from the One Day Special. I do need to work on her face more, but I know I've only 5 minutes, so I'm going to do this really quickly. So she's going to have blue hair again. I did blue hair on my other one, so I don't really want to, right, I'll give her purple hair. So I'm using my Distress Oxide. Oh my gosh, that One Day Special is so busy. Almost a quarter of the stock has gone with your One Day Special. If you do want that, you are going to have to be quick. Right, I'm being dead. This is quick colour. Oh, I've forgotten her ear again. I forgot her ear last time when I was colouring her in. I will colour her in better when I've had my tea. I was going to say after a show, but it was like, yeah, I know what I'm doing after a show. I'm having my tea. But maybe after. It's funny, these shows I were noticing when I was looking at Stamperia, that they have all these wonderful demonstrators, and then they'll have this show. And I thought, oh, so people will be watching it from all over the world going, having your tea? If you're watching from anywhere sort of abroad and it's like, what is that woman on about? I am British. I'm from up north, which is why I talk like this. And having your tea is the evening meal. It's not a cup of tea. Just because they've got these, I love it, because when you watch Stamperia demonstrations, they all speak loads of languages, and you know they're amazing. And then you'll watch something with me on it. Which is slightly depressing, I'm not going to lie. I was like listening, I thought, oh, I turned myself off. It was awful. But it did make me giggle, because it's like all these amazing, you know, people speaking all these amazing languages, and me having me tea. So putting a little bit of blue there. And I love that. I think if anyone's going to have fabulous hair, it's definitely going to be your mechanical lady that lives under the sea, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. I don't think she lives under the sea. In my world, she's the creator of all the wonderful mobiles and, you know, the wonderful creatures. So she's in charge of the creatures that live under the sea. I'm not going to get time to finish this because I'm too busy faffing. 3 minutes, that's all we've got. So what I do with this, I'm going to colour her in after properly. So what you do is obviously put your book right into your new ink, and then you take your stamps again. These are my One Day Special stamps. So in fact it's a bit of a mixture now, because I've got all sorts there. Take your stamps. I have got a white ink pad, so I'm going to just start adding layers now. So your stamps are beautiful for layering. I love the white ink pad because that just gives it, I mean, I don't need to see this. I just want a little bit of the, you know, that lovely sort of white ink on there just to add all those extra layers. I'm then going to take, this is a beautiful one, and that's your Under the Sea one. Got me a bit of walnut stain with that one. And with these, yeah, I'm not mounting them or anything. I'm literally, which way around does that need to go there? Literally just squidging them on. And some of it, I'm not going to see. It just adds to layers. Then, oh, I have 2 minutes. Then when you go in again, I'll go in with black so you can see that one. That's such a nice stamp. I love this. So now start layering your images. And those images now, that's such a beautiful stamp. They just work so well. So it's like I'm clustering it. So cluster here, cluster here, cluster here. So popping those little main features. What I will do then, and I'll just talk you through what I'll do because I've only got a minute and a half. Where did I put my lady? Oh, right there. Thank you, Janice. So my lady's going to go there, okay, on my page. And then some of these gorgeous cogs you have got, and we'll talk about these more in the next hour, some of those wonderful cogs I put in my tub to keep safe. Some of these, I'm obviously, because they're in a hair, so some of these are going to be in a hair, like this. And then, rather than little bubbles coming up, these are the middles from your cogs. But you know how you'd normally have your little bubbles coming up? She's going to have little cogs coming up. She's there. So it's going to be decorated with all of those and obviously painted. And then I'll do some splatters and I'll be here for another 3 hours. And then I'll do some trickles as well. Maybe I probably won't finish it, but who knows, I'll go and have my tea. Thank you very much. Thank you, Janice.
Thank you, Leonie. Thank you so much for your demonstrations. Leonie is going to be back with us at 8 o'clock, yes, after she's had her tea. Firing on all cylinders. It's been great to have your company. Do check out your baskets. Make sure you get what you want, because I know we've been very, very busy. We've probably still got yes queues on the phones, but we'll get through those. And the best way to order, as always, is the website, because you're in control of your own destiny there. Click, click, and there you can check yourself out. Check yourself out on the web, and also check yourself out in the mirror. We'll see you in a few moments.